doesn't, because it's obviously one attack. But
Right.
if the back three connects, you do have time to guarantee. If you don't trust your reaction time, go for an up rocket. You know, you can at least guarantee yourself an up rocket. But you will. There's never an opportunity where you're going to throw out a teleport after a back 3-4. That like I can safely say that really, that you know I've never had that. I've never had that situation where I've gone, oh no, the back three's connected. I'm gonna get hit by a fucking punished teleport now, because it's just you have a lot of time really. And
Yeah. I
again,
think he's got one
if
of the
you
best lows
really
in the
have,
game that people don't really seem to see it. I think him and Liu Kang probably have like the two best lows in the game.
it's a very good. I wouldn't say it's one of the. I personally wouldn't say it's one of the best lows. It's undeniably a very very good one, but it's quite. Well, it's not slow on startup as such, but it's
It
if it's
covers
blocked,
so much range. It's
it
got.
does. It
It's
does, but it can be
what's
jumped
better
over.
than what low is better than that?
Well, whenever I do it, whenever I do it against some people, they tend to like you always get people that just so happen to, you always get people that, hello 16-bit, we missed you for a second.
I
You
think
there?
he's connecting.
Yes, we can hear
I think he's reconnecting now.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
His picture's there, but he's
you.
not.
Oh, fair enough. I don't use Skype very often, so yeah, but like you always get that you always get those people that you fight that just so happen to jump at the exact same time you do something.
Uh-huh.
Like
I'm
generally,
back.
hello.
Yeah.
Like
Sorry about that.
nah, that's cool, man. That's cool. But generally you get some strings that even if you get jumped over, you've been moved out of danger. Yeah, Sector's back 3 is the complete opposite of that.
Huh.
Now, do you think his EX teleport punch needs a buff on the armor?
No, not really. I think, to be honest, I wouldn't complain if on Wake Up it got armor on Startup,
Mm-hmm.
because it does really irritate me when Sector gets hit out of it.
Yeah.
Because it's like there's opportunities where you really shouldn't get hit out of it because there's not much else you can do. I mean, that said, a lot of people think that the Wake Up flamethrower isn't good, but it actually can work. I mean, I've been experimenting with it a little bit, and it has slight invincibility on it, which means that if someone tries to lay into you, they can actually get burnt quite often. It's really only it's one of those tools that you should not always use though. Like, only use it very rarely. Like, if you've got nothing else to lose, then just say fuck it. I'm gonna do a Wake Up flame burner, because if you're gonna lay into me to try and beat my teleport, then you actually get burnt for it. It works quite well on Johnny Cage, I've noticed.
Now,
But
the forward 2 back 1 string, you don't see a lot of sectors use that, but I think
I
it's
use it
pretty
quite a lot.
good. Yeah, it's safe.
It's very good. Well, it's safe, but if it's blocked, the other guy can get a free jump in on you. If it's blocked, they tend to get a free jump in because it recovers. It's got a lot of recovery time on it. It recovers fast enough that you can't be punished, but it recovers slow enough that you can be. You're gonna have to block the attack pretty much. Then again, again, it's one of those things that, because after the forward 2, you can go for a back 3-4, which can beat things. You can potentially go for sometimes you can go for a throw. It depends on what they think you're going to do and how you've been playing. If you've been playing aggressively, then maybe a throw won't work because they're going to try and down one you. But if they're going to down one you, a forward 3-2 can actually beat that sometimes. But I think going forward 2 back 1, if they're very down 1 happy, they could block the forward 2 and not expect you to throw the back 1. So obviously they'll try and down 1, and then they're not blocking, so the back 1 will hit them. So it's one of those things that I personally think it is a very good attack with Sector. You've just got to use it in moderation to keep them guessing. Are you going to do the second hit, or are you not going to do the second hit?
Right. Now, what about the up 3 mix up? What's a good way to use that tool?
I've only found it useful in the corner, to be honest, and again in moderation. Like, I've not really found many uses for it personally. I mean, I've been experimenting. I've been trying to, because generally when Sector does a homing missile, the other guy will stand there and low block, because I don't get a free throw. If I try and throw you from the rocket will interrupt it. I can't really go for anything because you're there blocking. All it really does is, the reason I do a homing missile is to stop them moving. If someone's going to keep laying into me, then the homing missile will stop them from doing that. It will just give you just a moment of breathing space. But I've been trying to experiment with an opportunity to use the up 3, because I figured if you can land sectors 1, 2, 2, you know, the third hit of that string sort of stumbles them back. I
Mhm.
thought I was trying to think maybe if I go 1-2-2 up rocket, you know, enhanced homing rocket, sorry. Um, they'll then try and perhaps because whenever I do the homing rocket, a lot of people just tend to sit there and block because if they try and escape it, if they jump, I can hit them with a teleport punch. If they try and fight me, even if they land a jab on me, I can get a free combo on them because of the stumble it gives them. So generally, the best thing to do is to block. So from the up three, you can go from up 3-3-4, which is obviously a low, or you can go up 3-3. I think it's up 3-3. Yes, the overhead. So it is a 50-50 thing, but it's so slow on startup. It's just not very useful. So I thought if I go 1-2-2 homing missile and they're blocking, I might be able to quickly jump before the rocket hits and then go into the stance. So they either have to block high or low. But to be honest, I've not really experimented with it. It's just something I've thought might work, but I've not really tried it. I'll get back to you though. If it works, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I wish you could like link the up three off of like a normal, like rain and cancel. That'd be dope, but
It would turn him into too much of an offensive character, though, in my opinion. I mean,
yeah, it probably would.
it would change his game style a little bit too much. Like I think Sector is supposed to be a defensive character. That said, you can't be defensive all the time. If you're defensive 24/7, you will get figured out quite easily. Um, he has got nice options to sort of mix them up a little bit and keep them a bit confused because he has got some nice links. He's got up rocket pressure, which you can do. You got to be careful with up rocket pressure though, because you can get hit out of it quite a lot. It's only really decent on knockdowns, but he's got options to be offensive, but he's got more options to be defensive. So it's like if they gave him the cancel, it would turn him into more of an aggressive character, and I think it would change it would change him a bit too much.
Right on. Now, this is actually for you and Mustard. I'd like to play
Okay.
what we call the name association game.
Yeah.
So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you guys some names, and I want you to say the very first word that comes into your mind.
Oh God.
And and you can go first, and then Mustard.
Okay.
And this should be juicy. All right. First name, Tom Brady.
American.
American.
That just made every American feel like shit.
What? I love
that's-
Tom Brady.
That's awesome, man. He
No,
has the American attitude.
He is. He
Yeah.
he is the essential American. It's awesome.
I didn't mean that in a bad way.
America, fuck yeah. All right. Name 2, Foxy Grandpa.
Sunglasses.
Sunglasses. All right. Helter Skelter.
Awesome.
Mustard.
Dick.
CD Junior.
The first thing that popped into my head was Bro, because of the running tradition that there are loads of brothers that seem to play Mortal Kombat.
Bro. Okay, that's a good answer. Eric Warder.
Shame. It's a shame he dropped it.
Absolutely.
I really enjoyed watching Eric Ward's. He was actually my favourite Cabal player. I was really disappointed, but it turns out he dropped it.
He'll be back. Okay. Rio.
Ah. I think, well, the first word that pops in my head when I think of Rio. They're really boring. Like, the first thing that popped into my head was excellent, just because he's just a good player. But they're all really boring and crappy.
Alright, how about Maxter?
Ah. Mustard 2.0.
Alright, last name. James Bond.
Oh. That's my answer. Oh.
Oh.
Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace was fucking terrible. Both films.
I haven't seen them. I haven't seen the new one.
Don't watch them. It's a good thing you ain't seen them. Daniel Craig is... Bond is a blonde man
Yeah,
in these
that's
films.
fucked up. That's
It
fucked
doesn't work. Oh, Jake. They want to play the name association game. Really? Yeah, they want you to do it now. It's... They name a player, and you have to say the first thing that comes into your head. Oh man, that sounds awesome.